In the heart of a desolate town, obscured by an eternal shroud of mist, stood an ominous mansion known as the Labyrinth of Despair. Legend whispered that within its haunted halls lay a chamber of horrors, a malevolent realm that only the bravest could traverse. 5 friends, drawn by an irresistible curiosity, found themselves compelled to explore the mansion's dark secrets. As they crossed the threshold, the heavy door creaked shut, sealing their fate. A disembodied voice echoed through the cavernous halls, announcing the ominous challenge that awaited them, a labyrinth of nightmares where only one would emerge unscathed. Fear gripped their hearts as the group descended into the depths of the supernatural maze. The labyrinth unfolded with twisted corridors, each adorned with grotesque scenes of horror that played on the fears of the wanderers. Unearthly whispers taunted them, and malevolent shadows danced along the walls. The friends, bound by a pact of loyalty, pressed forward through the macabre passages, their unity their sole defense against the supernatural onslaught. One by one, the horrors manifested, nightmarish creatures, apparitions of their deepest fears, and the echoes of haunting memories. The group faced trials that tested the strength of their bonds and the resilience of their spirits. As the labyrinth tightened its grip, alliances strained and trust waned. In the final chamber, a ghastly figure materialized, a spectral arbiter of fate. It revealed the cruel truth. Only one could survive the ordeal, and the choice was theirs to make. Torn between friendship and self-preservation, the group grappled with an impossible decision. In a moment of agonizing clarity, one friend sacrificed themselves for the others. The Chamber of Horrors, satisfied with its toll, released the survivors. The mansion's malevolence dissipated as quickly as it had arisen, leaving the remaining friends to grapple with the weight of their shared trauma. As they emerged into the misty night, the Labyrinth of Despair stood silent, its secrets guarded by the spirits of those who had ventured within. The survivors, forever changed by the ordeal, carried the indelible marks of the supernatural labyrinth, a testament to the thin veil that separates the living from the realm of the macabre. As the survivors stepped out of the haunted mansion, the air felt lighter, and the mist that enveloped the town began to dissipate. The ordeal had left an indelible mark on each of them, a shared experience that bound them together in ways they could never have anticipated. Haunted by the memories of the labyrinth, they struggled to reintegrate into the mundane world. Nightmares plagued their sleep, and the line between reality and the supernatural blurred. Their bond, forged in the crucible of horror, became both a source of solace and a reminder of the darkness they had faced. In the days that followed, the survivors sought answers. They delved into the town's history, discovering that the mansion had a sinister past, rooted in an ancient curse. It seemed the spirits within were cursed souls, trapped in a perpetual cycle of torment. The friends became determined to break the curse and free the tormented souls. Armed with newfound knowledge and a shared purpose, the group returned to the mansion. Guided by a mysterious force, they navigated the labyrinth once more, unraveling the threads of the curse that bound the spirits. Each trial they faced became a step closer to liberation, and their unity became a formidable force against the supernatural. In the heart of the mansion, they confronted the spectral arbiter of fate again. This time, they challenged the malevolent force, demanding justice and freedom for the trapped souls. The chamber quivered with ethereal energy as the spirits were released from their torment. As the last echo of the curse faded, the mansion transformed. No longer a haven for horrors, it became a place of quiet tranquility. The mist lifted entirely, revealing a town no longer shackled by the supernatural. The survivors, now champions of the spectral realm, stood as guardians against the encroachment of darkness. United by their harrowing journey, the friends chose different paths in life, but remained connected by the shared secret they carried. The labyrinth, once a symbol of despair, became a testament to their resilience and the enduring strength of friendship. The town, free from the curse's grip, flourished anew, and the mansion stood as a silent monument to the triumph of light over darkness. As the survivors looked back at the town one last time, they knew that the bonds forged in the Chamber of Horrors would endure, a reminder that even in the face of supernatural adversity, the human spirit, resilient and united, could overcome the most ominous of challenges. the small town of Southbrook, where shadows whispered secrets and ancient trees held untold tales, lived a woman named Evelyn. She was enamored with a mysterious man named Victor who had recently moved to the town. Victor's charm and enigmatic aura had drawn Evelyn into his world, and she believed she had found the love she had always longed for. As their relationship deepened, Evelyn began to notice peculiarities about Victor. He seemed to have an aversion to sunlight, and his eyes held a glint of something otherworldly. Despite these oddities, Evelyn dismissed her suspicions, attributing them to the mysterious allure that had initially captivated her. One fateful night, as the moon cast an eerie glow over Southbrook, Evelyn discovered the truth. Unable to resist the gnawing curiosity that had taken root in her heart, she followed Victor into the depths of the ancient forest that bordered the town. To her horror, she witnessed Victor undergo a transformation, shedding his human guise to reveal a monstrous creature beneath. His limbs elongated and dark wings unfurled, casting a shadow over the moonlit clearing. The supernatural horror before her eyes shattered the illusion of the man she had thought she knew. Victor, now a creature of the night, turned to face Evelyn. The ominous glow in his eyes revealed a hunger that sent shivers down her spine. She stumbled backward, realizing that the man she loved was not a man at all, but a monster concealed in the guise of humanity. In a voice that echoed with both sorrow and malevolence, Victor confessed the truth. He was a centuries-old entity, a creature of the supernatural realm that thrived in the shadows. The town of Southbrook had been his hunting ground for generations, and Evelyn was to become his latest victim. Desperation and fear gripped Evelyn's heart as she sprinted through the forest, pursued by the supernatural monster that had deceived her. The town's ancient trees whispered warnings as she fled, their branches forming an entangled labyrinth that mirrored the complexity of her emotions. As the first light of dawn painted the sky, Evelyn reached the town's edge. The creature pursuing her recoiled from the approaching sunlight, its monstrous form writhing in agony. With a final burst of strength, Evelyn reached safety, leaving the creature to retreat into the shadows. The revelation of Victor's true nature became a cautionary tale in Southbrook, a reminder that darkness could lurk beneath even the most beguiling facade. The town, once oblivious to the supernatural forces at play, became vigilant against the ominous creatures that sought to prey on the unsuspecting. For Evelyn, the experience left scars that ran deep, but it also ignited a newfound strength. She became a guardian of Southbrook, a watchful sentinel against the supernatural. The forest, once a place of enchantment, now stood as a testament to the mysteries and horrors that lurked in the shadows, a veil of deceit waiting to be unraveled by those brave enough to confront the supernatural abyss. Evelyn's newfound role as the guardian of Southbrook plunged her into a world where the supernatural coexisted with the mundane. The once peaceful town now stood as a battleground between darkness and light. Evelyn, armed with knowledge of the supernatural, patrolled the ancient forest and shadowed alleys, ensuring the townsfolk remained shielded from the ominous entities that lingered. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and cast long shadows over Southbrook, Evelyn received a distressed message from a fellow guardian, a young man named Samuel. He reported a surge of supernatural activity in the heart of the town, near the abandoned mansion that concealed centuries-old secrets. Evelyn hurried to the mansion, her senses heightened by the looming darkness. The air crackled with an ominous energy as she approached the decaying structure. The once grand mansion now stood as a foreboding monument to the town's mysterious past. As Evelyn stepped inside, the air grew heavy with a palpable malevolence. Flickering candlelight revealed arcane symbols etched on the walls, hinting at a dark ritual in progress. In the mansion's grand hall, she found Samuel, bound and surrounded by hooded figures chanting in an ancient tongue. The leader of the ritual, a figure cloaked in shadows, turned to face Evelyn. A voice echoed from the depths of the hood, revealing the traitorous intent behind the once trusted guardian. It was Victor, the supernatural creature Evelyn had encountered before, now allied with a cult seeking to plunge Southbrook into eternal darkness. A fierce confrontation ensued, with Evelyn using her knowledge of the supernatural to combat Victor and his followers. Spells were cast, shadows danced, and the very air pulsed with dark energy. The mansion became a battleground between the Guardian and those who had betrayed their duty. In the midst of the conflict, Evelyn discovered a chilling truth. Victor had deceived not only her, but other guardians as well. His influence had seeped into the town's defenses, creating a web of deception that threatened to consume Southbrook. With resilience and determination, Evelyn fought against the shadows. The echoes of betrayal fueled her resolve, and she unleashed a surge of supernatural energy that banished Victor and the cultists. The mansion, once a bastion of darkness, crumbled as the malignant forces were expelled. As dawn broke, Evelyn emerged from the ruins of the mansion, victorious but haunted by the realization that the supernatural forces she guarded against could take on the guise of allies. Southbrook, scarred by the recent battle, faced a new era of vigilance. Evelyn, now wiser and battle-hardened, continued her role as the town's guardian. The echoes of betrayal served as a reminder that darkness could wear many faces, and Southbrook, once again bathed in daylight, stood as a testament to the resilience of those who dared to confront the ominous forces that lurked in the shadows.